Welcome back to Abstract Almond. This is Souheil.
And I'm Amanda, and today we're going to be making Moroccan pancakes. This will be the first of many recipe videos on our channel.
But before we get started, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Yeah, let's get started.
There are many different kinds of Moroccan pancakes. Today we'll be making a kind that we call Rghayef.
So growing up, we would call them Rghayef or Rghayef as a little cute diminutive. But depending on their shape or the region in Morocco where you're in, they could be called Rghayef from Msemen or Mlawi. In fact, my aunt, who lives in the Casablanca area, she calls them Msemen. So you could call them whatever you like.
No matter what you call them, they're still delicious.
Really, you can have Rghayef at any time of the day. You can have them for breakfast, you can have them for an afternoon snack, or for an evening dinner, kind of a light dinner.
You have them with the Moroccan Mint Tea, right?
Yeah, that's right. They go really well with Moroccan Mint Tea. Really, I could have them all day long. Like that's all I could eat.
Let's get cooking. First, we're going to make the dough. Here are the ingredients for the dough for Moroccan pancakes. This yields 24 plain pancakes or 12 stuffed pancakes. We have 4 cups of semolina flour, also called extra fancy flour. This is 720 grams. We have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 230 grams. We have 1 light teaspoon of salt and 2 large pinches, about 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. We're using an electric mixer to get the dough started. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use any large bowl and mix the dough by hand, the traditional way. First, add the semolina flour, and then the all-purpose flour to the bowl, and mix well. Next, make a well in the center of the flours, and add the yeast and the salt. Slowly add 2 cups of lukewarm water while the mixer is running, or while mixing with your other hand. Continue kneading the dough until it comes together into a loose ball. Remove the dough from the stand mixer or bowl and knead vigorously on a clean surface for approximately 10 minutes or until the dough is soft and smooth. The dough should be just slightly sticky. If it's too sticky to work with, add a little all-purpose flour to the work surface and knead it into the dough. You could continue to knead the dough in the stand mixer, but I always find that you have a better feel for the dough if you work it by hand. It's always nice to have a buddy around to help with this part. Kneading is hard work. We'll use this dough to make 2 different kinds of pancakes, plain and stuffed. Rghayef are laminated pancakes, which means their flaky layers, crispy exterior, and soft, chewy interior are achieved by alternating very thin layers of dough and olive oil. Wow, it looks great. Wow. Honey.
That's good?
That's really good. Okay, so now we need to knead in the water. Carefully knead in 6 tablespoons of water, 1 to 1.5 tablespoons at a time. Use your knuckles to incorporate the water. Fold the dough over itself to aerate it. This process of slowly kneading in water and folding is what keeps the pancakes soft. You'll know you've done it right when you start hearing air bubbles popping. Repeat until you've used all the water and the dough is soft, smooth, and slightly sticky. A good dough will stretch smoothly and easily. Keep kneading until you get just the right consistency. A sense of humor definitely results in better dough.
My form, my core, my abs.
Looks good.
You gotta live with the dough. Breathe the dough.
Become the dough.
Become the dough. Life is all about dough if you think about it. You know? You start small, mix a lot of ingredients. You get rolled around in every direction. You wanna come and check what's going on with this dough?
Oh, very nice. To me, a good dough always looks a little bit like pizza dough. Coat the bottom and sides of a large bowl in a thin layer of olive oil, about 1 teaspoon. Place the dough in a bowl, give it a pat, and gently coat the exterior with a very thin layer of olive oil, just enough so that it doesn't dry out. We'll leave the dough to rest for about 10 minutes. While the dough is resting, let's make the filling for the stuffed pancakes. Here are the ingredients for the filling for 12 stuffed Moroccan pancakes. For First we have a pinch of turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which will adjust to taste during cooking, and a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. We also have 1 tablespoon of finely chopped parsley, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped cilantro, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 medium onion, and 50 grams of Khlea. Khlea is a Moroccan meat that is spiced and dried. It's very difficult to find in the US, so if you can't find it, we recommend using hamburger, beef jerky, or for a vegetarian option, mushrooms. If you are using Khlea, be sure to dry it well with paper towels before chopping it finely. Add the olive oil to a large skillet on medium heat. Next, add the onions. Then add all of the spices and give it a quick mix. Add the parsley and the cilantro and stir. Cook until the onions are just beginning to brown. Add the Khlea and mix. Cook the filling for 3 to 4 minutes, just so all the flavors blend together. Remove from the heat and allow to cool. While the filling cools, let's begin to shape the pancakes. First, remove the dough from the bowl and begin to divide into 24 equal pieces. I chose to cut the dough because otherwise I end up with very uneven pancakes, but traditionally Moroccan women like Souheil's mom and auntie, who taught me this recipe, will squeeze off balls of dough just smaller than a tennis ball with their thumb and pointer finger. I need more practice with this method. If you cut the dough, you'll need to roll the dough into balls. If one ball is quite a bit bigger than another, you can even them out by squeezing off a small piece of dough from the oversized ball and rolling it onto a smaller ball. To make sure that the dough doesn't dry out while we are shaping the pancakes, coat each ball in a very thin layer of olive oil. To make a filled pancake, you will use 2 dough balls. First, using your hands, put a thin layer of oil on your work surface. Begin to flatten the dough with your fingertips, adding a touch of oil to help the dough spread smoothly and to prevent tears. Make the dough as thin as you can, but try to avoid ripping holes in the pancakes. No worries if it does happen, just be careful. You should be able to see through the pancake. For a filled pancake, add about 2 tablespoons of filling to the center of the pancake. Leave a 3 to 4 centimeter border around the filling. Now we're ready to fold. Fold the top 1/3 of the pancake over the center, add just a touch of oil to help make the pancake flaky, then fold the bottom 1/3 up over the center. Next, fold the right 1/3 over the center, and finally the left 1/3 to create a cute little rectangle of filled laminated dough. Set this inner pancake aside. Now we need to make the outer pancake. Repeat the same steps to spread the second pancake into a thin layer. Place the inner pancake fold size down onto the center of the new outer pancake. Again, fold the top 1/3 down over the center, the bottom 1/3 up over the center, and the right and left sides into the center. Almost done! Now we need to carefully flatten the filled pancake. The goal is to get it as thin as possible without tearing any layers so that the filling remains completely enclosed. Again, no worries if you get a little tear, but try to avoid it. Exposed filling sometimes burns in the pan. Our filled pancakes usually end up being about twice as thick as our plain pancakes. As soon as you're done, carefully peel the pancake off the oiled work surface and gently place it in a pan on medium to medium-high heat. Cook for 1 to 2 minutes per side or until light golden brown. You can flip it with a spatula. Souheil flips it in the air like the multi-talented man that he is, and I flip it with my fingers very quickly because I aspire to be like my Teflon-fingered grandmothers. Enjoy hot out of the pan. To make a plain pancake, simply spread out 1 dough ball, just like for the filled pancakes. Fold the top 1/3 down, add a thin layer of oil, fold the bottom 1/3 up, add another very thin layer of oil, fold one side into the center, and then the other. Flip to prevent sticking, and spread the pancake out as thin as you can without getting any tears. cook just like the filled pancakes, but beware that these cook in about half the time. Enjoy warm with toppings like the traditional cream cheese and jam, the less traditional Nutella, and my favorite, an Americanized version, peanut butter and honey. We enjoyed these pancakes in a big Moroccan-American breakfast with my parents.
You got the table, you got the jam, peanut butter, cream cheese, samosas, coffee, cantaloupe, olives, sausage, Khlea, omelette, bread.
We've got it all.
We've got it all.
Everything's here.
Call 1-800-AMANDA for more details. All right, let's eat.
We invite you to take a moment to relax, take some deep breaths, and listen to the soft sizzle of a cooking pancake. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments below why you cook and what your favorite celebration food is. We cook to share our love in a tangible way, to celebrate our cultures, and to honor everyone who has taught us about food and love along the way. We'll see you soon, but in the meantime, be kind, find peace, and spread love. Don't forget to like and subscribe.